Here we are.
Okay, do you want to do the first intro?
Sure, why not? Okay. Welcome back to a Mini Rules Mini Ramble.
Mini Rules Ramble.
Mini Rules Ramble.
Start again.
Welcome back to a Mini Rules Ramble.
Yeah, stop.
Welcome back to a Mini Rules Ramble for Immersion RPG and Infected. Now on Kickstarter.
With myself, Jedi.
And myself,
That guy.
that guy. Yeah. Oliver. You can call me Oliver. Anyway, we're here to talk about circumstances in immersion. Circumstances are those things that surround a character, really. Like, they're the situation that you find yourself in, right? That's something I think that's really cool when games have that, right? There's a number of games that have things like that. But in our case, there's a number of different things you can get for them. For instance, like wealth, minions, allies, pets.
Fame and infamy.
Yeah, fame or infamy, yeah, that's right. Wealth, I think I already said. Equipment. Yeah, that kind of stuff, right? So it's there to represent a character that's already a bit set up. Got some cool stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And the situation that you find yourself in. So say, for instance, you're playing a mob game.
Oh, good mafia.
Yeah, well, you could be a mafia character even in Infected, right? You could be an underworld shady figure.
Hey, Luigi! You got the hookup! That was
Yeah,
terrible.
man. That was really bad, actually, yeah. So, so you might want to have contacts, you might want to have allies, you might want to have even like a minion or two. Someone who can, you know, hey, Charlie, break his legs, man.
Shit kicker, man. Like,
Yeah.
if we had Terran and Zool in Immersion, Wag would have been a minion.
He would never have run away with that scythe. It was so good to him when you put him in the armor bag and shook him a few times. Only when he deserved it. So, circumstances you can buy for experience at character creation, but you don't get them later. And you don't get experience back, at least at this stage anyway, you don't get experience back if you lose them. So say you had a gun at character creation and it gets broken. Too bad, so sad.
Tough shit, buddy.
But
That's life.
that being said, the narrator really should bear in mind that the characters have purchased these things. So if he's got wealth and he's got like 5 or 10 cows and maybe like some wheat in a silo or something like that, having people come along and steal it straight away would be unfair.
It would just be, it would be demeaning for the player. They'd just be like, yeah, what's the point?
That's right. And then you got another character who maybe just maxed out all his stats and he's just like a fighting machine. He doesn't get penalised at all by whatever situation you put him in.
But he's got no character.
Possibly so. I mean, generally in immersion, you will have character or you'll suffer. Yeah. If people who don't have any character at all, then they're sort of like, yeah, then it really shows.
Yeah. But this is a good way of representing something that the character's got, whether it be wealth, a cool item, or, has enough survival gear to see the winter through.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So the idea is that a level 1 item, or, circumstance, is very, very minor. Or it's a little tiny addition to something larger, right? Like a flashlight, or a shank. Or, a lot of small things I don't even bother with. It's something of some relevance, but it's not all that important, right? Level 3 is also pretty minor. It's like a Glock that's rusty, with no bullets. Or, some sort of, like a short sword, or something like that. It's not great,
It's decent, but it's nothing,
It's got
to
some
show off.
Got some dings and bangs and things like that in it. Maybe you got a helmet.
Yeah, so, and like,
by itself.
on par, a level 3 minion, or,
That's right.
underling, he'd kind of be like, well, he'd be Johnny from our little test game.
Yeah.
Kind of fucking useless, dude.
Kind of useless, but also having some use.
Yeah,
like bait.
He's there, he's good. Yeah, that's
you
it.
Send him to do stuff.
Should bait.
They add a lot of character people like that,
Yeah.
Not everyone in the world is going to be a killing machine, Then you got level 5, which is decent. That's real decent. It could be like you've got a nice weapon of some sort. But remember, we're going from 1 to 10, right? So like a 6 or 7 is even better again, right? So say you got like an assault rifle, that might be a 6, I'd say, generally.
Yeah.
A really good dog, 6 or 7, one that obeys your commands, dude. Right? Very useful. A 3 on a dog would be like a dog that doesn't obey your commands.
He's in the the cab of the ute or the truck.
You think of it as like their level
Runs
of
away.
obedience,
Yeah.
basically, and their level of like power and how great a dog they are.
Yeah.
So a level 3 might be the Chihuahua that we played in the game the other day. The game with Nick Nack and Richard and Tom online. That was funny. So the Chihuahua would be like a level 3. Now, like a level 8, level 9, that's pretty pimp.
Yeah, dude. You're rolling in a Rolls Royce, Mercedes Benz.
Yeah. Well, not really. Mercedes Benz
Yeah.
is totally useless in infected, right? Like, why would you bother? But like a tank,
That's still rolling in a Benz.
well, it's got class. I mean, you could be a businessman and have a cool car. Yeah, sure. Like a really flashy car.
Bulletproof
I
Benz.
mean, like, why not have a Humvee for level 8? Or an assault rifle with a whole bunch of clips and, like, extra add-ons and extra barrels and all this kind of cool stuff, right? Like, basically everything you want. At, like, level 10, if you were going for, like, weaponry, it'd be like an arsenal. Like, you know, you've got a shed full of weapons, full of grenades and random stuff. The narrator can feel free to work out how you got it all.
Yep.
That's something you have to justify.
Yep.
You might need contacts, allies, or disadvantages of
Wanted. Hunted.
enemies, things like that.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. So remember that these all should be well justifiable. I have played games before where people were new to it and the narrator didn't really know what to limit people on, right?
Yep.
And so it's like the character just comes along, they've got all this kind of cool stuff and their
It's kinda
characters are
just
like a killing machine.
How did I get that, dude? What's the reasoning behind that?
I was raised by the elves, but I don't speak Elven. You know, things like this. You know, you've got to justify the character, and the character should have strengths and weaknesses, right? So if they're going to max out on being like a kingpin or a lord when they're starting off, and they've got low experience technically, that's going to be real hard. You'd probably end up being an unstable ruler, which is an interesting challenge in itself. It's like a young guy or a guy who's not up to the task suddenly thrust into leadership, and it's like, oh my god, what am I doing here? Oh shit. Which is the situation that people find themselves in, you know? Or it could be like the old dude who has been the leader for ages and is like bowed down by the weight of the responsibility and crushed by it, and the politics are getting to him, and the assassins are coming out of the woodwork, and well, that's cool too, you know? Or the weak king, you know? So say for instance you've got like a circumstance like you've got a high social standing, like a king, but you don't have almost any social attributes, social skills. You don't have any allies. All you've got is this high social standing. You don't have any wealth. Wow, what a story.
Think quick, buddy.
I mean, it's quite a problem you've got. Because you probably just got like all these people leeching off you and controlling you, and you're like the puppet to the string. It's not a great situation, but cool story.
Yeah.
What a way to start the story.
There you go.
I mean, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
But not every story has to be like adventuring out into the wilderness.
Not every story does, but sometimes and often it is.
Ramble over.
That was poignant, man. Good ramble. Ramble on.